Y'all ain't with me. Mayweather Promotions ain't with me. Leonard Ellaby ain't with me. Talking all that soft shit. Shut that soft shit up, man. I don't want to hear that. Ain't nobody with me. Everybody against me. But y'all gonna see, man. I've been putting in the work in the gym, man. I've been working hard. And it's gonna show on Saturday night. But these niggas ain't with me. Leonard Ellaby, he ain't with me. Shut that soft shit up. Oh. You can do it. You can. I don't want to hear that soft shit. Anyway, man, that's AB, man, going off in the press conference, man. I thought it was entertaining. AB is always entertaining to me. Funny dude, man. But real talk, let's just get to the fight. Jessie Vargas, man, is coming in here, landing a pretty stiff jab. I've been watching his last few fights. I always like to watch at least the last 3 fights leading up to this one, and I think that he's gonna be able to land his jab pretty consistently against AB because AB doesn't move his head. He's a stalker. He likes to cut off the ring. He at times likes to go into counterpunching, and I think that sometimes that hinders his ability to score when he needs to score. So judges are going to be looking at the fact that he's not busy, landing maybe 1 or 2 punches in the midst of him trying to become a counterpuncher. But I mean, he has to do what he has to do when fighters are making adjustments in the ring. I think that his best attribute is being able to go to the body. That left hook, kind of a check hook, if you will, and sometimes it's even a counter, you know, to what his opponent throws to his head. If he blocks up top, he's going to be able to shoot low really quick. He goes to the body quicker than he does the head. So I think that's going to be bad news for AB in this fight if he hasn't worked on his defense, which I'm sure he hasn't, because in mostly all of AB's fights, man, opponents are able to get to him. So I think it's going to be real tough for him to get away from Vargas, which I think that in turn is going to turn the fight into an actual fight instead of a boxing match. I think AB is going to want it to be a boxing match. He's going to try his best to be something different because he's working with a different coach outside of his normal coach. So that's going to be interesting to see if he's made any adjustments outside of his old coach, if he's been working on being on his toes. It looks like he wants to try to work on being a lot quicker in this fight, but being quick and actually having lateral movements is 2 different things. So what I expect is for the fight to turn into a fight. I think that Jessie Vargas is going to want to keep Adrien Broner in the center of the ring in the first half of the fight, and afterwards AB is going to do his best to try to move around, and his footwork is going to be bad, and he's going to catch a lot of heat on the ropes. So be looking forward to that. The only problem with Jessie Vargas is the fact that he does not have quick hand speed when he's going to the head, and if Adrien Broner is smart, he would have seen that in watching film and try to make adjustments to capitalize on that. That's a big bad habit by Vargas. So what AB does well, man, he has good hand speed. He has deceptive power a little bit, you know, in his right hand. If he lands his shots precisely, which in the beginning of AB's career, he used to pick his shots well. He used to go to the body well. He used to go to the head well. He knew exactly where he wanted to throw his shots to break his opponents down. AB, as of late, he hasn't been doing that. He's allowed his opponents back into the fight. He's allowed his opponents to walk him down. He's allowed his opponents to pummel him. You know, take the Sean Porter fight, for instance. He had a great opportunity to keep Sean Porter off of him. He had a great opportunity to outbox Sean Porter. Sean Porter muscled him around in the ring. Sean Porter was very, very aggressive. AB doesn't respond to aggression well. We saw that in the Maidana fight. Maidana was overly aggressive against Adrien Broner. I don't think that Vargas can get that aggressive. Um, I would like to see it. You know, it would make more of a better fight for Vargas, and it would give him better opportunities to make fights at this level with some of the top guys that's left. So, you know, let's hope for the best in this fight. Either one is pretty good. They're both kind of headed towards that gatekeeper position in boxing. You know, guys are just going to be picking them in a minute to kind of set up something pretty decent, you know, later on in their career or going towards a belt, you know, things of that nature. But Adrien Broner is on his way out. We all know that. We all know that he needs this win. So with that said, even though I want to go with Jessie Vargas for the victory, I'm going to have to go with AB in this one because his back is against the wall, and we all know how people tend to respond when their back is against the wall. He feels like the world is against him. He feels like Mayweather promotion has not been there for him in the past. They have kind of, you know, sucker punched him in his career and left him on the outskirts. And with that said, I think that he's going to utilize that negative energy, and he's going to find a way to pull off what I wouldn't even necessarily say it's an upset, because it's not like Jessie Vargas is like one of the top premier fighters left in the sport, and he has multiple belts, and AB can beat him and become champ and do all of these great things in boxing. But, you know, it will be a semi-upset because everybody's picking Jessie Vargas to come out on top in this fight. Anybody that knows boxing and have seen both of these fighters in their last few fights, it's obvious that they would definitely be picking Jessie Vargas for this fight. But you know, I'm gonna have to go with AB for the reason that I told you guys, man. I just think that, you know, he has his back against the wall, and he's gonna come out swinging in this one, and he's gonna remember, you know, when he had Sean Porter knocked down in I think either in the 12th, I think it was the 12th round, when the fight was pretty much almost over. He ended up knocking down Sean Porter. He gave Maidana a hard time after he got knocked down. He ended up fighting back and, you know, showing some balls in there. So it's not like we've seen Adrien Broner just in there getting knocked out. You know, it seems like that because, you know, Adrien Broner has been pretty much on a losing streak, but he hasn't actually gone in there and got knocked out. You know, he has fought back and fought good fights, but he's lost. You know, Mikey Garcia, you know, went in there and gave him a boxing lesson. And, you know, he has some work to do. So we'll see if this new coach has brought Adrien Broner out of his bad habits of no head movement, bad lateral footwork, a tendency to clam up and not throw punches when he should be throwing punches in the fight. You know, even at times looking gassed. So let's see if the cardio and all of the beach work and all of the stuff that he's been doing in his training camp, his 24-8 series has garnered him some of the success that he's been clamoring for. Anyway, man, I'm going to go with AB in this one. You know, hit me up, man. Let me know who you guys are going with. I can't wait. It's going to be a hell of a weekend for boxing. Amir Khan is coming out. Frampton is going to be doing this thing. You know, I can't wait to see that fight against Donaire. So it should be very, very interesting this weekend, man. I'm not doing anything on Saturday, man. I'm basically going to go get this crop cut, and then I'm going to be ready to go get the car shined up, rubbed up. And I'm coming back home, man, to put some meat on the grill, man, and get some beers popped. And I'm about to enjoy this boxing weekend. Anyway, man, hit me up. Let me know who you guys are going with. Don't hesitate to subscribe. If you like the content, man, you enjoy what I'm doing over here. I'm going to continue to be bringing you guys all of this entertainment, man, and all of this information on boxing when it comes down to the big fights, unless you guys want to know anything about the smaller level fights that are not on this of this magnitude. But anyway, man, hit me up, man. Peace.